Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to discuss about an algorithm by name Dijkstra's. Note that the Dijkstra's algorithm is based on the concept of greedy technique. That means it is a greedy based algorithm. The second point about Dijkstra's algorithm I can say is the main goal or the objective of Dijkstra's algorithm is to find the shortest path from a given source vertex in a weighted graph. The graph can either be directed or the graph can either be undirected. Hence, we call this Dijkstra's algorithm as single source shortest path algorithm. Dijkstra's is not just the only algorithm which finds the shortest path from a given source vertex. We have one more popular algorithm by name Bellman-Ford, which is also used to find the shortest path from a given source. But the difference between Dijkstra's algorithm and the Bellman-Ford algorithm are, in case of Dijkstra's algorithm, as I told clearly, the design technique that we use is greedy. But whereas in case of Bellman-Ford, we use the concept of dynamic programming. Now, one more difference between Dijkstra's algorithm and the Bellman-Ford algorithm is, in case of Dijkstra's algorithm, the Dijkstra's algorithm will not work if the edges are negative. That is, one condition in case of Dijkstra's algorithm is all the edges should have a positive value. But whereas in case of Bellman-Ford algorithm, the edges can either be positive or negative. As in today's our objective is to discuss Dijkstra's algorithm. We'll see how exactly Dijkstra's algorithm works and what is the pseudocode as well as the time complexity of Dijkstra's algorithm. If you are really interested to know how exactly Bellman-Ford algorithm works, please go and refer my video on Bellman-Ford, which is under the category Advanced Algorithm. And sometimes I more often see author referring the algorithm name as Dijkstra's. It shouldn't matter whether J is silent or J is not silent. I generally refer this algorithm as Dijkstra's. Hope this is fine. We will go ahead with how to trace the Dijkstra's algorithm, and then we'll go for the pseudocode of the Dijkstra's algorithm. I have considered a graph with 4 vertices A, B, C, D with edges and some weights on the edges. Now my objective is to find the shortest path from the source vertex A. Let me have source vertex as A. Now, in case of the Dijkstra's algorithm, what we use is we use 2 different data structure. One data structure by name distance, which is a vector, and one more data structure by name parent, which contains if there is a shortest path from A to D via C, then it implies that the shortest path to D from A is through parent C. So we maintain 2 table. Let me have those table as first one as distance denoted with D and second one as P for parent. Now, what are the vertex? Vertex are A, B, C, D. Let me have here vertex A, B, C, D. Now, what we will do, as A is my source vertex, I will initialize a distance of 0 to A. That means the distance to A is 0 and the distance to all other vertex has infinity. And similarly, the parent of A, I can have it as A or I can have it as nil, no problem. For all other 3, I will have it as nil. And even for A also, I can have it as nil. A does not have any parent. What are the vertex set? Vertex set has A, B, C, D. Now in first iteration, what we do in first iteration? Now assume that all these vertex V are being copied into one more vertex set W. When W contains A, B, C, D. W contains A, B, C, D. Now I will consider in the first iteration, I will consider the vertex set W, which has A, B, C, D. Now, assume that on this particular vertex set, and initially I will have my solution as null. Finally, my solution vector should contain the nodes for which I have calculated the shortest path. Initially, it is null. So, these are the initialization. Now, what we are supposed to do in each iteration? In each iteration, consider W. Now, call a function by name extract min. Now, what this extract min will do is, from this distance vector D, it is going to extract that particular node which has least distance. Now, among these four, which has least distance is A. So, on performing extract min, it is going to give me A. So, I will add this A to my solution vector. So, my solution vector will now have A. Now, after extracting min from this D, from this W, I need to update the distance. Vertex A, B, C, D, distance D, and this is, so anyway A to A is 0 and this is nil. Now what we do is, after extracting A, I'll just try to find whether there is a path from A to other vertices. Now in the previous iteration it was infinity. Now A to B there is a distance of 10. Now whether 10 is less than infinity? Yes. So this gets updated to 10, and the parent to B is A, because I have selected a path from A. Now similarly A to C, it was infinity earlier, now it gets updated to 3. This is A. Similarly A to D, the distance is 20. Earlier it was infinity, I update it to 20. This is the first iteration. Now coming to the second iteration. In the second iteration, I will have W. Now once I perform this extract min from W, I should remove this A from W. Now W will have B, C, D. It will have B, C, D. Now from this W, I need to perform extract min. Now what this extract min will give me? Extract min with respect to B, C, D. So among these three nodes, which node has less the distance? That is a 3. So it gives that is nothing but C, which is having a value of 3. Now I will add this C to my solution vector. Now my solution vector will have A and C. Now I need to update the distance with respect to C. A 0, this is nil. C I have selected B, C and D. I have selected C, so C distance is not going to change. Now I need to update the distance to B from C. From C, is there a path to B? Yes. To reach C, I had this was 3 kilometers. Now 3 plus 2 is 5. Compare 5 with 10. Which is less 5. So this needs to get updated to 5, as well as the parent of B now gets updated to C. Now to D. To reach C, it is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 and earlier was 20, which is less. 20 and 6 is less. I'll update this to 6, and this is parent is C. Now whenever I do an updation in case of any shortest path algorithm, when compared to its distance in the previous iteration, we call it as a relaxation. Now this is the second iteration. Now let's go for the third iteration. Now in the third iteration, my W will have, so I will add this to C, so I will be left out with only BD. Now perform an extract min. Now this extract min from B and D, which is less B. Now add this B to solution vector. Solution vector now has A, C and D. So my table needs to be updated. Vertex D and D. Now I have A, nil. I already have C. C also I should maintain as it is. B I have extracted now. B also remains the same. I can't do a relaxation. Only thing is I can do a relaxation to D. Now from B, the shortest path to B is 5 kilometers. Is there path to D? Yes. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 and 6. Which is less? 6 is less. So no updation. D 6 with a path length of with the parent node as C. This was about the third iteration. Fourth one, my W just has a D. Now if you perform extract min, you will get D only, and your solution vector will be A, C, B and D. And this entire thing remains as it is. Vertex D and B. A to A is 0, nil. A to B is 5. Parent is C. C is 3. Now in this I have extracted D. I need to check, I need to do a relaxation with respect to D to other vertices. With to the other vertices. From D there are no outgoing edges at all. So D will be D6C as it is. Hope this is clear. This is how we find the shortest path using the Dijkstra's algorithm. Now with this, I think we can go for the algorithm of the Dijkstra's, and as well as we'll discuss the type complexity of the Dijkstra's algorithm. This is the algorithm for Dijkstra's. If you note that the input to Dijkstra's algorithm is a weighted graph, which can either be a directed or an undirected graph, which is denoted with G, and this G is represented as V and E, wherein V is nothing but the number of vertices and E represent the ordered set of edges. And this S is the source vertex. I have not written the description as well as the input. Output is the shortest path from the source vertex S to all vertices in V. Now, what was the initialization that we have done? If you have noted, for each vertex V in capital V, I have initialized infinity as the initial distance to all the vertices and the parent as nil. And finally, after this, I have updated the distance of source. Distance of source is being updated to 0, and initially solution vector contains no vertices, so it is null. And all the vertices is being copied to W. Now, if you have noted the example that we have traced, until W becomes empty, we need to perform the operation. So, while W not equal to null, so in each iteration we used to perform this extract min operation from W, and after extracting a node from W, we used to add that node to the solution. So, it is solution is equal to solution union U, and we used to delete that particular node from W. W is equal to W minus U. Now, once I extract a node from W, I need to do relaxation. So, this is the relaxation part. So, I need to do relaxation for all the adjacent nodes of U. So, there is a for loop here. For each vertex V in capital V, this is small v, in capital V, which is adjacent to U. Only those nodes which are adjacent to U can be updated, their distance can be updated. How you need to check? If the existing distance, if D of V is greater than D of U plus C of U comma V, in the sense, if this was my vertex, so initially if this distance was 10, and assume that this is my U, which is my C. So to C there was 2 units, and from C to B there was 4 units. So initial distance was 10. That means if D of V, that means the distance to B, is 10, is greater than D of U. D of U is this one, 2. 2 plus C of U comma V. This was my V. Plus C of U comma V, which is nothing but the edge cost. 2 plus 4 is 6. I need to update the distance. I need to do a relaxation. D of U V is equal to D of U plus C of U comma V, and then I need to change the parent of V from A to C. That means parent of V is equal to U. I need to do until my W becomes null. So this was about the Dijkstra's algorithm. Now coming to the time complexity of the Dijkstra's algorithm, here also it depends upon how the graph is represented. So let us take 2 cases. First case, if the graph is represented in the form of adjacency matrix, if G is represented as adjacency matrix, Now if G is represented with adjacency matrix, in the sense if there are 3 nodes in my graph, my adjacency matrix will have 9 entries. That means if there are 3 nodes, it is 3 cross 3. Now to find the shortest path with the help of this adjacency matrix, I need to go through all the locations of this particular table. Now this table order is nothing but 3 cross 3, where 3 is nothing but the number of vertices. So I can say, if it is represented in the form of adjacency matrix, then the efficiency is V square. Then the efficiency is order of V square. Second one is, if G is represented as adjacency least, and a min heap is created for all the edges. Note that if the second case is, if G is represented as an adjacency list and a priority queue is being implemented as min heap for all the edges. Now the efficiency depends upon the time taken to traverse each of the node. Now in case of the BFS algorithm, we have noted that time to traverse is order of V plus E. Order of V plus E. And now what we used to do, in each iteration we used to perform an extract min operation. So to perform this extract min operation from this min heap, it takes log V time. So this I can say, extract min takes order of log V time. Hence, total time is equal to order of V plus E multiplied by log V. This is the total time. Now this will be order of V log V plus E log V. Now this is the more dominating term, E log V when compared to V log V. Hence the time will be order of E log V. This is the time complexity of the Dijkstra's algorithm. There is one more variant of heap by name of Fibonacci heap. This min heap was a binary heap. There is one more heap by name Fibonacci heap. In case of Fibonacci heap, even this time complexity can be reduced still further. As of now, don't worry about the concept of Fibonacci heap. Note that in case of Dijkstra's algorithm, if the input is represented in the form of matrix, then the time complexity is order of V square. If n is the number of vertices in the graph, I can call it as n square. If it is represented in the form of the adjacency list and a min heap is being created for all the edges while developing a priority queue, then the time taken depends upon the time to traverse each of the node. So time to traverse in each of the node depends on the traversal scheme. Assuming that I am using either BFS or DFS, both takes order of V plus E time, and to extract min operation takes log V time. So the total time will be V plus E multiplied by log V. Hence it is V log P plus E log V. Out of these two, the more dominating term is E log V. Hence the time complexity of Dijkstra's algorithm is E log V. This was about the Dijkstra's algorithm. Note that it is basically used to find the shortest path from a given source vertex. Thank you.